Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome to the Weekend Zone. It's been a crazy week, but you made it. I'm Jackie Ray. You can follow me on all things social media at JRayTheFanatic.
And I am Britt Johnson. You can follow me at I am Britt Johnson.
And it's your boy Chris. You follow me everywhere, CK2K.
Nice. We feeling healthy?
So far,
yeah,
I
feel
actually
fine.
had a little tang in my throat this morning, but
All right, and this business.
I know.
Take my mic off, man.
sore throats aren't a part of it. You know, everybody in the world doesn't have work but us.
I
feel
know.
like we're the only people in
Those
the whole
memes,
country still working.
All those memes stopped being funny when I realized I'm one of those
I'm
people
the
that
one
still
that
at
has
work.
to
Yeah,
work.
right.
When you're driving into work today and it's just your lonely
Yeah,
car going
man,
down
I'm
the street.
like, why
My
is
best
this?
friend had the nerve to complain. She said that her work's out for 2 weeks and she had these last 2 days off, and she's been like, oh, it's just like, what do I do? I'm just walking around the house like, oh,
I have something for you to do.
Well, I'm walking out of the house right now, thanks.
Man.
Oh my God, it's crazy. Everything has been halted. The NBA is suspended. They're going to think about revisiting that in 30 days. NCAA finally relented. They were pressured though. Baseball, hockey, golf.
all things.
Golf.
Because you can't just play with you and your caddy.
Right. So
Come
Do
on.
not understand. Do
Crazy
not
thing
understand.
is-
Golf is a physical sport, you guys.
A lot of
okay?
contact.
But you know,
a lot of contact.
sneeze. 35 feet it can travel. No?
I don't even.
I just don't
I
wanna
mean,
see a
the
turtle.
hole, it's not even 35 feet.
It's-
Like, you're good.
It's been 4 years since the turtle. I wanted to see the turtle make a comeback in 2020.
Oh, well,
The
the
PGA
Summer
turtle.
Olympics, which aren't for a while, they are waiting to see right now. And so is horse racing. They're like, we don't know about the horses. You know, we just want to keep them safe.
Test the
too.
horses.
They tested dogs and said dogs cannot get
Yes.
the coronavirus. So I think
Yeah.
Test the
horses might
horses.
follow
Yeah,
suit with
well,
that.
in every zombie apocalypse movie I've ever seen, the animals do
Yeah.
get it, and
Yes.
they pass it back to
I
us.
honestly
Yes.
wish
So-
horses or dogs did, because I feel like we would immediately have a cure. Because people care about dogs so much more than they care
So
about
people
humans.
would-
Right, that's
So
so
if dogs
true.
Cure
got
him
it,
now.
oh, it's a wrap. We
Right.
gotta come up with something for this.
Right, so we still don't really know where the virus is going, how bad it's going to be. Chris, what do you think? How long do you think this will last? Do you think we should have a plan to restart these games, or what do you think?
Oh, you're talking about in sports?
In
general?
sports,
Well,
yeah.
I like, and that's the thing too. Even with the NCAA, and we talked about that on our live this week. I'm glad that they made a decision on it, but I still feel like they messed it up by canceling rather than postponing, because
I said the same thing.
yeah, so because we at least postpone it and then have that conversation with all the people, coaches, whoever it may be, and then if 30 days, whatever the limit is, it still seems like it makes no sense, then you can make that decision then or push it off, whatever you want to do. I just feel like they still blew that there, and that follows suit with the rest of the sports. Like other sports canceled it, and I think that's a good idea, because you got to gauge it, because this is not something that we're going to know overnight that it's
Right.
healed, it's over, it's
Right.
not done. So to have my guess, I'm sticking with what Mark Cuban said, because I feel like 90 days is a good starting point, because we don't know other players, because we just know about Jazz players that have. We don't know if any other players, and this is just the NBA alone,
Right.
who have the coronavirus, and then they still got to heal, and you don't want it to spread and blah 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 blah. So I don't feel like the 30 days is. I don't think we're gonna meet the minimum. I think we're gonna go past the minimum 30 days.
What about like OTAs and training in the draft?
The
Well,
draft,
the
yes.
football actually hasn't been canceled or
Right.
postponed yet. They only canceled the meeting that the owners were having.
Mm-hmm.
So that is something to think about too, because literally the draft is coming up
Right.
in less than a month.
Yep.
We have, immediately following draft, the rookies have to get together for rookie mini camp.
Yep.
And then OTAs are going to come on. Some players even still go to the facility to do off-season training, because that's part of their bonus money that they get in their contract. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see what the NFL decides to do, because they have not actually canceled
No
or
decisions,
postponed anything yet.
What about the draft though? I was hearing
Right.
things that they were gonna do, like draft like over calls and stuff like that.
I think,
I
they
feel
do
like,
that
why
with
not?
the
Take out the
remainder of
fanfare.
rounds anyway.
Yeah.
They used to do the first through third round on Saturday, and then Sunday they would do the rest. The last couple years has been the only day that they actually had just the first round on Thursday night, and then continued the draft through the weekend. And people still watch, even though you're not physically seeing the players. Players have their cameras set up
Right.
at home on
Fans
Skype,
are invested,
so you can
man.
see with their family and
Yeah.
stuff, and they're just hanging out with their family. And when they get the call, you see them cheering and stuff. I remember the infamous video of
Mike
Russell
Sa-
Wilson and his crazy-looking ex-wife. But
I remember the one with Michael Sam. Do you remember that one? With the first kiss?
Oh,
yes.
yeah, because they were
Remember
making
that?
such a
It
big
was
deal
like-
about yes. Yes,
Yeah,
I do
so
remember.
That actually works. But
Michael
aside from
Sam.
all of us here at the Fumble and probably the entire world, everyone wanted the NCAA to make a move and cancel. I felt like they were pressured to do so. Charles Barkley put on some of that pressure, but now we don't know if he wanted them to actually cancel it or postpone it. We can't hear from him because on Thursday he self-quarantined because he thought he might have the coronavirus, and which is crazy to me. He said, quote, "I talked to a couple people at Turner and a couple of doctors, and they told me to self-quarantine for 48 hours. His quarantine did end on Friday, so we haven't had an opportunity to hear from him. But Britt, if you had it your way, would they have canceled or just suspended it and still given these kids a chance to play?
Suspend all the way. As you know, I'm a big proponent of these kids getting those moments where they get to play it out. And it's so unfortunate that they now no longer have this moment and they didn't know their final game. Like, we saw the last of Sabrina in college basketball. I'm sure we're going to love watching her in the WNBA. Now she's going to get a big fan base that's going to head to the WNBA to watch her. But it's so sad that we can't see these kids, you know, they are still kids, not have these moments. I think of not only that, but things like prom and graduation coming up that this whole young generation isn't going to get to experience, and it's so unfortunate.
Right. Can they change their mind, you think? Do you think they can say, hey, we messed up?
I think once you cancel, it's canceled.
That's
over.
It, man. End all be all. I heard Dick Vitale talk about, you know, extending eligibility for seniors. Like, you know, the seniors that are star-ish of their teams and that had great seasons, but you know they're probably not going to go NBA, or at least they'll probably play pros. Extend the eligibility for those guys so then they can make the decision if they want to come back. Or so I think that'd be a cool idea. I think that's a good save.
It's kind of weird, though, because the season was already over. It's just their playoff time at that point. But I get it.
I just feel bad, man.
Season's the regular season.
Right.
If it happened earlier in the season, maybe so. And obviously, we can't just talk about basketball because they've canceled it across boards for all winter and spring sports. So I guess I would say if it's other teams like maybe baseball and softball and stuff, which is just kicking off right now, maybe give them an opportunity to come back. But for basketball, they did complete a full season.
I just feel bad for Dayton, man. Like, who knows if they're going to replicate that season? Because a lot of these guys are going to be in the draft, or a lot of guys are going to be graduated. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. You mentioned Sabrina. One fan posted this tweet saying that he took this picture and it might be her last time actually playing, which is crazy. I feel like we're all taking L's across the board, but who do you think is taking the biggest L?
Time for the L's.
Yeah, L's of the week.
Taking the L's.
Man, I'm going to give L's to us. Add a little joke to it because, I mean,
it's
us. Us as sports fans.
Oh, okay.
Us as sports fans.
Like, what are you talking about? Give it to yourself.
This sucks because in moments like this where, you know, there's things that has everybody's focused on one thing that's, you know, scary or negative or whatever, sports is always that thing that just helps us be like, you know what, everything will be all right, take my mind off of it. But now you took that from us, and it's just like, damn, man, like now I have to focus on this stuff, and it just sucks, man.
What do we do in these moments? I feel like January 2021, a lot of babies will be born.
Nice.
Because what do we have to do? We can't go to concerts. We can't go to the movies. We can't go to Disneyland anymore. We can't watch sports.
And if this whole thing is population control and we start making more babies, it just did
not
work out right.
It's funny because I told my cousin that literally, unfortunately, they're literally killing off the last baby boom, and we're going to have a new baby boom because of this.
Yep.
Yo, that is that.
Who do you think's taking the biggest L?
So the biggest L has to be March Madness fans because I am the biggest one there is, and I am so sad because not only is it, like we talked about, it's canceled. It's not postponed. It's actually canceled. So we don't even get the moment that NBA fans or whatever get back. We're like, okay, our season's going to continue at some point. Like, we're just sitting here like, okay, I've been waiting all year for this, and now it's not happening. It's like being left at the altar. It's so sad.
I hope it's not that bad. Oh, my God. That's
For real March Madness fans, it's that bad. Considering I ain't got a ring yet, so this might be the only chance I get to
my gosh.
That was your one shining
moment. Close to an altar.
That's crazy. I think we're all taking L, the whole nation. Everybody's scared. There's no sports. But we might get cute little babies. Who knows? But thank you guys so much.
Be careful who you quarantine.
I was just going to say, man, we got to check out sanitary.
Right.
The really is.
Watch Snap. You got to be careful who you procreate with. You might end up on a show. But thank you guys so much for watching The Weekend Zone. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow us everywhere. We'll be back on Monday with the live, so you can chat with us. And, look.
Wash
this is your handshake going forward with everyone you love. Squirt and rub, squirt and rub. All right, we'll see you guys on Monday.